on foreign soil. He fights for us here in the United States of America. He's a staunch supporter of law enforcement, and at a time when many elected officials have turned their back on the blue, this man has never. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Congressman Lee Zeldin. Right now, at Eisenhower Park, this afternoon, the silent majority is going to be heard from. The silent majority that loves our flag, our freedoms, our liberties. The silent majority that wants law and order, peace and prosperity, safety and security. It's the silent majority that stands with our law enforcement as opposed to those who want to stand against them. We want to support our law enforcement more, not less. They want to defund the police, we want to defend the police. Right now at Eisenhower Park, the silent majority, thousands strong, showed up on our Saturday to let our law enforcement know we have their back. They have an inherent right to self-defense. They shouldn't be targeted with verbal assaults and physical assaults. They should have the equipment necessary in order to protect themselves, to keep themselves safe. And you know what?
Oh, shit.
The ranks of the law enforcement are filled with men and women who are patriotic, selfless heroes, courageous. They love their community, they love their country, they kiss their wives, their husbands, their sons and daughters goodbye. They go out for a shift not knowing what risk they may face, but having a willingness to risk it all, not only for their friends and their family, but for strangers who may actually show up to protest them. That's how great these men and women are, is that they will stand there protecting the rioters. And then when the rioter goes back to their own vehicle, if someone attacks that rioter, guess what? That same law enforcement, you just spit in their face. You just cursed at them. You tried to demoralize them, and they are going to be there in a moment to risk their lives. They would take a bullet for you. Think about that. Think about that when you're spitting in their face. That person would save your life 5 minutes later if someone attacked you. What kind of a country do we want? The heart and soul, the future for our kids, for our community, for our country. We want our country to be the best version of itself. Other people want our country to be like some other country somewhere else. We love our beautiful, great country the way it is. We want to make it better. But we don't want to defund, dismantle, disband, or abolish. We want to support them more, not less. So right now, right here, at this park, with a message through your videos and your social media and your families all across America. You know what the message is from Long Island? When you might have seen some of those riots where they were cursing at our cops, it's the majority that stands with them, with law enforcement, with our military, with our veterans. We will not back down. We will not lose. Losing is not an option. These beautiful flags, the colors do not run. And to each and every one of you who are out there rioting to tear our cities, what you see in Portland, in Seattle, in Chicago, in New York City, don't even think about trying to bring it here to Long Island.
Damn straight!
And last I'll say this, a message to the politicians who are out there who have turned their back on our law enforcement, pandering for votes to people who don't have the back of these great men and women who will risk it all. People like Bill de Blasio. People like Ilhan Omar. They're in the halls of Congress. They're in our city halls. And our message to all of them is that we don't want you in power.
Hang them!
What we want
Just start hanging people for
is the
treason,
back,
man. People
the
start
blue.
thinking differently.
God bless you. God bless America. The greatest country in the history of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the man who needs
needs no introduction. He's the NYPD's congressman, law enforcement congressman, comes from a family of law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, Congressman Pete King.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be here with all of you. I am proud to stand with the men and women in blue. I'm proud to stand with them for the great job that they do, but most importantly,